Here's your local election headquarters, and happening tonight, President Joe Biden will deliver the State of the Union address. The president will likely make his case for a second term in the White House and touch on issues like immigration, crime, reproductive rights, the economy, and so much more. And for what we can expect to hear tonight, political reporter for The Hill, Julia Mueller, is joining us here. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
So where do you think the president starts? Inflation, the ceasefire, the border, reproductive rights? How does he lead things off?
Well, President Biden is set to address both chambers of Congress at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, so just a few short hours from now. Of course, the State of the Union is an annual high-profile speech, but this year in particular, it comes at a critical time for the Biden administration and for Biden's campaign as he tries for re-election in 2024. Biden swept the states that held Democratic primaries and caucuses on Super Tuesday earlier this week, and former President Trump did the same on the GOP side. He won all but one state, and his primary rival, Nikki Haley, dropped out shortly after. So all of that to say, that's the backdrop as Biden takes the State of the Union podium this evening. So a couple things to look out for, like you mentioned, are which topics he hits on from, hot headlines of the day, whether that's immigration at the southern border, which has been the subject of much contention on Capitol Hill, or the Ukraine war, Ukraine's ongoing war with Russia, or the war between Israel and Hamas in the Middle East. And President Biden announced today that he plans to announce at the State of the Union that he's directing the U.S. military to help open a port along the coast of Gaza to help facilitate aid for Palestinian civilians.
Yeah, there have been calls for him to do something, so he's going to use this platform this evening to say that he is doing something. In years past, though, there's been a lot of heckling of the president while he's delivering the State of the Union. We've seen shouting, ripping of papers. Are you expecting good behavior tonight?
Well, a couple of things to look out for is whether or not Biden, directly engages members of Congress and whether he makes a direct mention of Trump. Like I said, both Biden and Trump are at this point poised for a general election rematch. And the State of the Union speech isn't a campaign address, but Biden will probably want to tout his administration's accomplishments, prove he's ready for another 4 years in the Oval Office, paint his administration broadly in stark contrast to that of his predecessor as he battles with Trump as we head toward November here. And then something else to keep an eye out for is, the Biden administration has seen some pretty lackluster polling numbers over the last few weeks. And Biden will want to, again, stress what his administration has already accomplished while pointing toward the future and what still needs to be done.
Senator Katie Britt is going to deliver the GOP's rebuttal. With the last minute that we have here, she has a big task in front of herself as well tonight.
That's right. And, again, against this backdrop of the presidential race, really, putting Biden on in the spotlight this evening, something else to keep an eye out for is how he sort of gets ahead of some of the criticisms he's faced along the campaign trail from Republicans as he tries for another term and as it looks like Trump is the presumptive nominee on the GOP side. So that'll be likely something that Britt addresses as well as, elevating Trump in the Republican response. And so we'll have to keep a lookout on both sides for how they talk or address the campaigns.
Yeah, and as much as people are going to be listening to the issues that the president will be talking about, I think they're also going to be looking at his body language as well, how he's handling being able to give this type of speech and look the role. Julia Mueller, a political reporter from The Hill, thank you so much for joining this afternoon. We have a lot of breaking news to get to. We appreciate your time.